Good morning, everybody. On the behalf of the Superior Town Council and our staff, I want to welcome you here today for this very important celebration of a milestone for our community. In case you don't know me, I'm Olga Lopez, one of the council. Thank you, our friends, family, fellow alumni, those watching online, to celebrate online. I would like to introduce several dignitaries. Please stand as I announce you. Superior Town Council, Mayor Mila Besic. Council Member Gilbert Aguilar. Council Member Bruce Armitage. And Council Member Vanessa Navarrete. And not present is Steve Estatico. We also have USDA, the Arizona State Director, Charlene Fernandez. Lisa Herrera, staff of the Senator from Mark County. Taylor Rogers, staff of Senator Mark County. Pinal County Supervisor Stephen Miller. Gila County Supervisor Woody Klein, staff Kathy Melvin. CBT Board Member Louis Bravo. And then Superior School Board, Hank Gutierrez. Ricardo Polencio. Larry Santiago, staff of the Arizona Board of Regents. Once again, thank you for joining us for this milestone celebration. Thanks to our staff and the Superior High School, culinary students, and the alumni volunteers who have assisted us today. So now we would all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the singing of the National Anthem by Frank Bell.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
to present our Honorable Mayor, Mila Besic.
Good morning, everyone. What a wonderful day, and it is so incredible to see so many friends, family, and alumni here. Before I get started, I'd like to give a big shout out and thanks to our staff, most importantly, and to our culinary department from the Superior High School. Miss V, I think she left, and we probably could make her cry right now because the home ec room was actually her original home ec room. So we're really proud to have our students involved in this today. And thank you, Frank, for singing the national anthem. You always make our event so special. So again, everyone, it is a little chilly, so thank you. Eventually this room will have some additional heat, but for now it's perfect. This celebration has been in anticipation for many years, and we would not be here today if it were not for all of the committed partners who helped us achieve this very special goal. Before I get into specific thank yous, I would like to share some background about this campus, its storied past, and what is to come in the future. The Superior High School was built in 1925. The first graduating class in 1926 had 8 graduates, one of whom became a legendary teacher for Superior Schools, Miss Virgie Rex. Miss Rex was inducted into the Superior High School Hall of Fame for her service as a teacher, a career she began at the age of 19 after completing her education at Tempe Normal School, known today as ASU. Miss Rex taught for 45 years before retiring, and today many alumni still speak of her with deep affection and admiration. The second graduating class in 1927 seemed like they had a better grip on what high school was going to be about, had 12 students, one of whom also had been lauded a local hero, John Mitchell, whose military service is enshrined at our museum and whose family is often remembered for their civic and business leadership to Superior. I believe John's son, John Mitchell Jr., may have joined us here today, and we are grateful that he is here. My great aunt, Annie Besic, also was a graduate of the 1927 class, and her son and daughter-in-law, J.P. Ludich, are here. And if you see J.P., he's walking around with a photo of my great aunt from her high school senior year. As you can see, the original alumni of Superior High School remain connected to Superior today, making their own indelible marks on our community. As the years progressed, the student population at the Superior High School grew and decreased in parallel with the cycles of mining operations. 3 of my family's 5 generations attended this school, and the last building built here was named after my grandfather for his service to the Superior Unified School District Board. Each generation of alumni can speak of traditions that have come and gone, spoke of memories like first kisses, rigorous academics, and maybe a schoolyard fight or 2, donkey basketball, pep rallies, and dances. All probably to come back again, minus the donkey basketball. We have borough races for that. When the building closed and the school moved to a modern building, there were roughly 40 students in that final graduating class in 2000. Today, students at Superior High School enjoy the modern conveniences and connectivity, and while the new school is something we are proud to have, nothing was better than having so many hallways, stairwells, and special places to visit while on the way to changing classes. From 1925 through 2000, this campus graduated thousands of students from these very halls: doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, military heroes, engineers, miners, government officials, and many other professionals began their starts. Many of these graduates have made incredible impacts on this world. As the campus transforms, it is our hope that thousands more will have the opportunity to learn and grow in this facility. In the early 2000s, following the closure of the school, a group of committed alumni and community leaders developed a plan to help the town of Superior fund the purchase of the complex. They were called the Save Our School Committee. Many of those leaders are with us here today. While their vision took time to come to realization, it is important to note that the seed of what could be was planted more than 2 decades ago. I would like to recognize Robert Bettis and the Superior Historical Society for their support. Robert was a volunteer on the Save Our School Committee who used his professional skills to design this concept of how this 50,000 square foot campus could be reused for both town operations along with economic and community development functions. As we make the renovations in the months and years to come, his work will live on. Thank you, Robert. We also owe much gratitude to the Superior Historical Society for assisting us with dates and school history in preparation for today. So Robert, I do have a token of appreciation for you if you'd like to come up. And while preparing for today's ceremony, an interesting fact was discovered. The class of 27 announced the birth of their annual yearbook, which was actually named the Mountaineer. Today's yearbook is called the Prospector. In the Mountaineer, there was a dedication that they made, and it said, "To our mountains," with this quote, "Above the tumult in the valley below, your immovable everlasting heights have risen, serene and undisturbed. Though our future lies far away, the memory of you will be inspiration and an example wherever we may be." These words and sentiments are just as relevant today as they were in 1927. The mountains of Superior surround us with the majestic beauty that inspire us. And they also serve as an incredible, indelible reminder of the strength, perseverance, and promise that have characterized our special community since its very beginnings. In 2002, when the school board announced that they would sell this complex to a private owner, it was not an easy time for our community. In the hands of private ownership, many were concerned that access to this very special campus could never be had again, or worse, that it would fall into ruin. Thankfully, the new owners, Mr. Elijah Cardone and his family, and I believe Burdell Moody was involved in that purchase as well, their team took wonderful care of the campus. In fact, new life came to be as thousands of young adults came from near and far to study their faith, and they also provided community service in Superior. Whenever alumni groups wanted to visit, Mr. Cardone graciously accommodated their requests. During this time, new memories were made, and this building once again heard the cheers and laughter of young people. But how did we, the town of Superior, get to this point today? In 2016, our town council had a retreat. It was informal, but it was productive. And out of that retreat came the desire to set a big, audacious goal. We wanted something more for our community. We wanted a multi-gen center and a dog park. The dog park is built. Councilmember Armitage takes his dog with him. But the road to developing a multi-gen center would not come as easily. We started off thinking that we would build a brand new, modern, state-of-the-art multi-gen center, and Todd, our town manager, told us, "Yeah, you probably don't have that much money." So our team pivoted at that time and said, why don't we just redo the Roosevelt School? We can add a gym, and that'll be fine. So we started out, and we couldn't do this without partners like Resolution Copper. So we set a budget of $4 million, and it all seemed doable. Then design and construction costs almost torpedoed this dream again. But in true Superior fashion, we took a risk and inquired of Mr. Cardone if he would consider selling the complex to the town. I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and timing is everything. In September of 2020, when of course the world still felt so upside down, we as in council embarked on this journey to acquire the campus. Deadlines were very tight, and we had many obstacles in our way, but on December 29th, 2021, about 5 days ahead of schedule, we closed on the purchase of the campus, and we are returning this treasure to the people of Superior, and with Mr. Cardone's investment, stronger and in better shape than it was in 2000. What is to come of this original Superior High School? The campus will continue to be filled with laughter, education, energy, health, fitness, and of course memories will continue to be made. This campus will be a hub for all things Superior. The West Building will become our library. The main building will be our town hall operations. Our home ec wing will be part of our community entrepreneur kitchen and of course our senior center. What's most exciting is the business and shop buildings will become the official home of the Superior Enterprise Center, which is already leading the way in entrepreneur and workforce development for Superior. And with this new space, their services will grow to accommodate skilled trade and higher education for all. Fine arts, music, and dance will return to many of the classroom spaces, and there will be space for workout equipment, and our gymnasium will remain intact for function space and those weekly basketball games that many of our residents enjoy. We would not be here today if it were not for the ongoing support of our partners, and many of them are here today. Before I introduce Speaker Bowers, who is going to help us honor Mr. Cardone, I would like to offer the following thanks to many who have contributed to this momentous milestone for Superior. As I announce your name, please come up and accept this token of appreciation. First and foremost, our town council. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for their tireless leadership, their ability to share their ideas, and most importantly, our uncanny ability to work together, which is critically important in a small town. So Councilmember Lopez, I'd like to invite her up first. She has been on the council for over 18 years, and we are so proud of her. Councilmember Gilbert Aguilar, who has also been with us for 16 years, and we often find him on Thursday night basketball games. Councilmember Vanessa Navarrete, who is also a class of 1991 alumni. Maybe there's a rival between them and the class of 88, but you know. And of course, Councilmember Bruce Armitage, who we call him the Silver Fox. President of 1966. Unfortunately, our Vice Mayor could not join us, Mike Alonso, and while he's not an SHS alumni, we know that he's always been a Panther at heart. And Councilmember Estatico, who we call Super Council Member, because he started his career in education at Superior Unified School District, serves as our superintendent today. And so, Council, we want to thank you, and we do have tokens of appreciation for you to remember this very special day. And they're going to join me in thanking everyone, so we gotta get a picture.
That's right.
We have a few more thank you issues. And we have some more thank yous. Todd Pryor, our town manager, and Kat Brown. I know council and I often discuss how wonderful it is to have a town manager that works relentlessly. And he took our goal seriously, knowing that council said we wanted a multi-gen center, and Todd continued to find that way. And Kat, who is a constant encourager and communicator, we owe them much thanks. But most importantly, the wonderful pictures you see of the school, those were done by Kat Brown. So Kat wasn't able to join us today, but we all, and I think our alumni need to understand how tirelessly our town manager works to make sure that these dreams do come true. So thank you, Todd. Yes, we need a picture with Todd. Because if not, people scatter.
Good job, Todd. He is so appreciated.
Coy and Catherine Lindblom, thank you for being the caretakers of this historic building. Your help over the last year, and of course your understanding of every nook and cranny of this building, has guided our team, and you've always been so welcoming whenever we needed to come in. You are appreciated by all. USDA Arizona Director Charlene Fernandez is with us today to help us commemorate this critically important milestone and to accept this token of appreciation to Jeff Hayes, who's been with us, working with us at USDA Arizona. Director Fernandez, we are honored to have you here today, and we are incredibly thankful for all of the support and help your staff has given to us over the years. There are several game-changing projects in the works, the kind of projects that the USDA helps to inspire, and we know that we can count on your good offices to assist us with those as well. For now, however, we want to extend our gratitude to you and to Jeff Hayes for the tireless assistance, encouragement, and support that has been extended to Superior, the Copper Corridor, and most importantly, all of rural Arizona. Thank you for always going the extra mile, and to the entire team at Arizona USDA, thank you. High School alumna, Claire Yang Kilgore. When things went awry and we pivoted away from our original plans to rehab the existing town hall, you joined us without blinking an eye. Your time, efforts, and your personal integrity are greatly appreciated. Unfortunately, Carl was unable to join us today. Sue Anderson and the Superior Chamber of Commerce. Sue, your constant support and eagerness to try something new has inspired much of the progress Superior has experienced over the past decade. Some of the first moments accessing the school were through our home tours that the Chamber hosts. Let's give a round of applause to our Chamber. My lifelong friend, partner in crime, and chairperson of Rebuild Superior, Inc. Your personal leadership and support to the town has been critical through this process. Rebuild Superior's efforts to be the operator of the Superior Enterprise Center and also serve our residents through other community services has helped our town staff to focus on these big goals, and we know Rebuild will continue to be partners with the town as the Multi-Gen Center evolves. CEO or a member of the Superior Optimist Club. Whenever the community needs something for our youth or families, we can always count on your cheerful and dedicated leadership. We know that the Optimist Club will play a long-term role developing activities for the building. The Superior Optimist Club is often the first organization to offer up seed money for projects and programs, and we are forever thankful. Is there someone from the Optimist? I don't see Jessica. Oh, Vanessa. Vanessa, to me, you guys all just get up, you know. If you're an optimist, stand up. If you're an optimist, stand up, please. All the optimists, please come up. You're being summoned by the council. Please come to the You're being, by orders of the mayor and council, you must arrive. Yes. Or the chief will take you guys. Go cook some lunch. The Legends of Superior Trail. We are thankful for the leadership of the Legends of Superior Trail for serving on countless boards, task forces, and committees to help us engineer this path forward, one of which brought us to this specific moment in history today. And Andrew Lai and the team at Resolution Copper. We made it. Almost 3 years to the date, in February of 2019, we signed our first set of multi-year agreements with Resolution Copper. These were not necessarily a common practice in Superior or in our relationship with Resolution Copper. But together, by working together and communicating, we have accomplished many great feats, and without your support and financial commitment to this project, we would not be here today. These ongoing partnerships will ensure that Superior will have a sustainable and economically diverse community for generations to come. Thank you, Resolution, and Andrew, we have an award for you too. Again, we wouldn't be here today had it not been for Elijah Cardone and his team and their vision and desire to preserve this special place. And so we wanted to make sure that someone very special was here to help us with recognizing him. It is now my distinct pleasure to welcome and introduce the Honorable Rusty Bowers, Speaker of the Arizona House of Representatives. Speaker Bowers has been a staunch supporter for rural Arizona, and he has joined us here today, not only to help us commemorate this milestone achievement in Superior, but also to bestow our collective gratitude to Mr. Elijah Cardone. Please welcome Speaker Bowers.
That's not for me, it's for the next person. I'm honored to be here for a lot of reasons. It's been my pleasure to know Elijah and Marjorie for many, many years. And I must say that the one thing you don't know about Elijah and Marjorie is they have the most beautiful grandchildren in the world. Our children are married to each other. And they've graced these. I think the Panther paw prints were from a couple of our grandkids. But, years ago, when initially Burdell and Elijah purchased the building, I came in and I couldn't believe it. The windows were gone. The pigeons had fertilized this floor to about an inch in depth. And all over the building, there was things to do. One of the interesting things was in a room right over there were some filing cabinets with some information on everybody who had ever been to the school. And it was the old, I guess, the truancy officer or somebody. And I kind of filed through it, so I got a lot of dirt on this place. Elijah Cardin and Marjorie are the single most influential people on my life, on my, I should say, adult life after my parents. They are the most kind, sharing, lifting, serving of people that I've ever known personally. Many, 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 many times, I've received the blessing of having a phone call. Hey, Russ, I need you. And I remember a family that Elijah helped move from the subdivision on the far end of this town to the far end of Buckeye. And we made 2 trips and carried their possessions. Everything. I know of homes and cars and people. I am a personal beneficiary of their kindness. It is a natural when Elijah, who put thousands and thousands of hours and many, many, many thousands of dollars into preserving this school. We dug out the bathrooms to replumb. We had a wonderful geyser in the middle of the tennis courts where the main line of the sewage system goes. And I won't describe the scene, but let's just say he was involved. And over and over the roofs, the painting, the asphalt, this has been a labor of love for the Cardins among many that they and their family do. He is a blessing. And Marjorie, oh my gosh. These are, to have them associated with your town is a blessing to all of you and to all of us. Now, I won't say that he has always been smiling in the midst of the service. I remember one time when we were putting down some asphalt, the bottoms of my shoes melted off. And Elijah looked at my shoes and said, stay right here. And he came back with a pair of new track shoes, whatever they're called, for me to wear. And it's been my it's more than a pleasure. It's more than an honor. It is a deep foundational part of my being to know these people, and now to have this come back to you in the condition that it's in is a marvel. One time, Elijah, we were checking on the power lines and plumbing lines that went underneath the wings of the old high school. And we found a hole in a closet that accessed, it wasn't a manufactured hole, it was a created hole with a hammer and chisel probably. And so I had the distinct honor of climbing underneath through the cobwebs and exploring underneath the floor all the way over there, and about right where the bathroom door is, there's a hole in the foundation wall, and I crawled in underneath this floor. I was scared. This is like a movie set with a zombie apocalypse with a big spider creature. And I worked my way back out to Elijah, and that's a great memory. A lot of great memories with the Cardinals. And now you get it back. So, I don't know how you want to do it, Mayor, but maybe just with the flavor that they are I'm so grateful that you honor them, because they're such wonderful people to be a part of your town. So, Mayor, I'm going to take it over to you.
Speaker Bowers, and again, let's all give a big round of applause to Elijah and Marjorie for all that they've done. Let's welcome them here tonight up to this podium as we'll present to them the key to the city of their investment and their love of this place will last for generations to come.
I really didn't intend to attend our own funeral here this morning.
Can we get one more with council in the back?
Tell the governor he can come call someone.
It is very much important to note that Elijah has continued to make some investments in our community. Coy and his wife Catherine are residents of Superior, and just as they've made an impact on us, we have made an impact on them, and we look forward to continuing long-standing relationships with them. With all of that being said, thank you all for joining us here on this historic occasion. More is to come. We anticipate that we can move some of our functions in by the end of the year. Fingers crossed, be patient with us. But we have lots of big announcements coming up soon. This weekend you can tour all of the homes on the home tour, but today you're welcome to take tours of the building and see what we have in store. So thank you all for coming and joining us here today, and it's so nice to see so many friends and family here. And for everybody watching online, we're glad you were able to join us. Thank you so much.